This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soy Bifa Jackridge. Angola's constitutional court has overturned a 5-year sentence that has been handed to the son of former President José Eduardo dos Santos for fraud. José Filomeno dos Santos was sentenced in 2020 for his role in the illegal transfer of $500 million, that is 378 million euros, from Angola's sovereign fund to a private account in the UK. He appealed against the verdict in 2022. In a ruling published, the Constitutional Court declared this conviction as unconstitutional because it breached the principles of legality, adversarial proceedings, a fair and consistent judgment, and the rights of the defense. The former leader's son, also known as Zenu, was the head of Angola's sovereign wealth fund from 2013 to 2018. He was sentenced alongside the ex-governor of Angola's National Bank and 3 others. The transfer of the money was agreed in 2017. In the last few weeks, before his father stood down as president after 38 years, José Eduardo dos Santos was president from 1979 until he resigned in 2017 to be replaced by the man he had handpicked for the job, his former defense minister João Lourenço. President Emmanuel Macron has said that France and other countries would have stopped the 1994 Rwanda genocide, where ethnic Hutu extremists killed more than 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus. France, which could have stopped the genocide with its Western and African allies, lacked the will to do so, Mr. Macron said in a video message. The video is set to be aired during the 30th commemoration of the Rwandan genocide on Sunday. President Macron's office said the event is set to be attended by several international guests, including French Foreign Minister Stéphane Séjourné and ex-US President Bill Clinton. Relations between France and Rwanda have recently been on the mend following years of tensions over France's alleged involvement in the genocide. France has been accused of failing to do enough to stop the Rwanda genocide. French leaders have denied its complicity in the genocide. However, in a 2021 visit to Rwanda, Mr. Macron said that France has a duty to recognize the suffering she has inflicted on the Rwandan people by too long valuing silence over the examination of the truths. The authorities in Ivory Coast's biggest city, Abidjan, have announced a ban on begging to try to combat what they call urban disorder. The city's deputy governor, Vincent Kouao, said begging in all its forms, including the use of handcarts, was forbidden in order to improve people's living conditions, ensure their safety, and improve traffic flow. In 2013, the Interior Ministry prohibited begging at street junctions, but it failed to curb the practice. Attempts in other African cities have also resulted in a similar lack of success. The latest ban follows mass evictions and demolitions in several of the city's slums. The Ivorian capital is one of the most gridlocked cities in Africa, with a population of about 6 million people. Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Bio has declared a national emergency because of the rampant drug abuse in the country. Kush, a mixture of addictive substances with a similar effect to cannabis and tramadol, has been prevalent in the country for years, especially in urban areas. He said his government was working to dismantle drug trafficking networks in the country. The drug, which is also known as K2, is easily accessible to unemployed young people seeking an escape from poverty and traumas of life. Health experts warned that kush intake can lead to permanent brain damage and suicidal actions. In February, Sierra Leone's government established a rehabilitation center for victims of drug abuse and set up a ministerial task force. Sierra Leone's neighbors, Guinea and Liberia, are also fighting to contain an increase in kush consumption. In Liberia, President Joseph Boakai declared drug abuse a public health emergency and announced a committee to tackle the existential threats during his first State of the Nation address in January. That is the size of Top Accolade African News Updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Friday.